And now for the other new cup in Mario Kart DLC. It's the Bell Cup, which... Aren't the bells like something from Animal Crossing?
Yep.
So why was that in the other...
I'm pretty sure that's the Super Bell from 3D World.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Is that the one that gives you a cat?
But
Yes,
the currency
it is.
in Animal Crossing is bells.
Oh yeah. That's something I didn't mention when we were in the Animal Crossing stage. The coins on that, they've got like star patterns in the middle and that, and apparently that's something from Animal Crossing. And I like that more than, say, using the rubies in Zelda, in the Zelda course, yeah. Because it feels more in universe, the fact that they've just slightly changed
Seems
the coins.
more relatable.
It feels more in place in Mario Kart as well.
Yeah, because you've got the coins that are around anyway, and it's to the Mario then.
Because I never disliked the Zelda course, but it kind of felt a little bit out of place in Mario Kart. But the Animal Crossing one, it feels more comfortable in there.
It's more smoother as well. You'd actually think that is a Mario Kart, because I think they did do it well, but they did force some parts of the aesthetic in the Hyrule Cup, like the what was it, the Triforce? I can't remember. What was it? Hyrule track.
It was the Hyrule Cup. I can't remember.
Triforce Cup, and the track was Hyrule Circuit.
That's the one, yeah. Anyway, just to show off, you can still make that shortcut in this version.
Yeah. Like, this track was good in Mario Kart 7, but it looks amazing in this.
Yeah, I like the water effects as well, like the rain effects. That's something that Nintendo have been doing in Mario games for a little while now, because there's one of the levels in 3D World that had really nice...
And in 3D Land, where there's rain before you confront Bowser.
I'm trying to think of the one, because
It's near the end.
I beat the first section of that, then there's like all them bonus special stages.
Yeah, I didn't bother with that.
No, I didn't. I've just played through the main game, but I really like the kind of fight with Bowser in that, because it's more of a platforming level than a conventional boss, isn't it? I like that.
There's a few 3DS games I have to get back to. I mean, I've finished Metal Gear Solid 3 3D. I've still got to finish Project X Zone and the Mario Brothers game.
I think that's called Project Cross Zone, isn't it? Because it's a crossover type game. Is that any good? Because
it gets... it's alright, but it gets tiring fast because you can literally just use the same moves and spam it each time. It's one of those where you have to think a lot before you make your move, sort of like a chess playing game.
Oh yeah, you have to be on the ball a bit.
Yeah, which I thought like Fire Emblem is. Is like Awakening like that, or is that free roaming?
I've never played it.
Because if it's free roaming, I might give it a shot. But everyone keeps on saying that's good, that you can marry like someone in that, or...
Yeah, I think there is more to it than Waifu Sim, but kind of...
Yeah. It's like everyone goes mad about it in Persona, and I'm like, what the fuck have I gotten to? Like, I just see on my Twitter, and everyone just goes mad and explodes about it.
Sorry. I know probably about 90% of them from me, but...
I love the look of this track.
Well, it's Ant-Man, isn't it?
Yeah, now something...
Sort of thing.
I sort of talked about this a little while ago, but... This is quite clearly like in a child's playroom or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, the carts are clearly toys. So does that mean this is set in the Smash Brothers universe?
No
yeah, that's
idea.
what I was thinking as well, with the Smash Bros opening in the first one.
Yeah, because like in Smash Brothers they're all like toys, so maybe this is the Smash Kart race that people have been asking for.
Stephen seems to think it's Andy's room.
Yeah, and it Toy Story.
He does, doesn't it though? It's sort of it's got a blue room. Like that's similar, but it's got all like clouds and everything as wallpaper.
And the wallpaper has the Super Bell on it.
Aren't they making a fourth one of them?
Apparently, and apparently it's not gonna have the original cast.
So why call it Toy Story 4? Bear in mind I didn't see the third one, so I don't know how that ended or if there's anything they could link onto that, but it just feels like a bizarre decision.
How can they justify that unless they do a prequel?
Well, they might do something creative with it. Can't really tell until you've watched it.
It's like three was like when it got announced. What did you guys think? I was just happy that it got announced.
I felt like it was, I don't know, it's a long time since the last one.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, why would they make a third one now?
Yeah.
They did leave it a bit long, but I love 2. I think 2's the best out of the series.
Yeah.
I remember sort of enjoying 2. Bear in mind these aren't really my kind of films, but I remember the last time I watched Toy Story 2, it was when I first got my HD TV.
Yeah.
And I just had it on the floor. I think it was on a Christmas Eve, I think, and Like, I didn't give a shit what I was watching. The fact that I got this new giant 32-inch TV that felt giant at the time. I know there's bigger ones now, but like that just, I didn't give a shit that I was watching like a film that I wasn't that interested in. It's just, this looks so good on the big screen.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was watching the HD version of it either. I think it was just on TV, and I thought,
Yeah.
and I was like, I hadn't even got like a digital setup at the time. I just plugged it in this area that I found, so it was flickering a bit as well. But it was like still, it's a HD TV. Oh my god!
Yeah, the reason why I like the second one so much is mainly because of Jessie's story in it.
She seems like an
It's
interesting character.
Yeah, it's just it deals with a lot of themes like betrayal. I think betrayal's a theme, getting over loss, and accepting change, and accepting the inevitable what's going to happen. Because like theme in it is that Andy's going to grow up at some point, and they've just got to accept facts, and that's like brought on when Stinging Pete mentions it to Woody. But in the third one, they directly like show you it because like obviously Andy's like older now.
Kind of went back on what they said in the second one, really.
Anyway, Super Bowl Subway. We're gonna go get a sandwich, eh? This is a pretty cool track, I think. And there's certain things of it that annoy me a little bit. Like if you don't go off one of the side roads and you end up where the train's going along, trying to steer away in the thin, narrow area next to the train can be a little bit of a bitch. And that first thing, I always misjudge that first turn. For like do me drift a bit early, but otherwise, the general thematic of it looks pretty cool overall.
Nice looking track.
With this DLC, it's like the design of the tracks. They just feel like more impressive in design compared to the others in the previous.
I wouldn't be surprised if they've had a lot longer to work on this pack, which is why it looks generally more interesting overall. It's like the first DLC pack, there were still some cool things in there, I know.
Yeah.
But this, it feels like a more complete product overall, whereas that felt like just an extra expansion.
Still good though.
Yeah. You know the last, not the last track, but the one before. Did that remind you of Speed Highway a bit?
What, Neo Bowser City? Well, it's called Cooper City, but Neo Bowser City is what they call it in the American one. Yeah. It's that same sort of setting in it, a city at night.
Yeah.
There's no loops or anything, so it's not quite as up and down and all around. But
Yes.
I was gonna get that in somewhere. If there's one thing, and this is a very nitpicky minor thing that's a very Flameclaw type complaint, there's one little bell sound in this, like it's supposed to be, I imagine, an announcer bell sort of thing, like in the train station. But it always catches me off guard because I hear it and I think, is that the phone? Is that someone at the door? Is that
I just heard that. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I can never really.
Yeah, but you know what would be hilarious? If in Mario Kart, that the carts were like push carts instead of like the motorised ones.
If they had someone like running behind them.
Or they have to Flintstone it.
Or like those pedal cars.
No, it could be like one of them. You know, the really underwhelming childhood toy of the like controlled car that's on a cable, so you kind of have to follow it around.
You know what would be a good cart that you could have in the DLC?
Yeah.
Wild Wacky Action Bike. Wild Wacky Action Bike.
I don't know what
That's from South Park.
Oh, right.
It's like they're trying to advertise new toys for
Isn't
kids.
that bike that just can't be?
It's just like it's a plastic bike, and a kid tries to ride it, and he like ends up crashing into a truck.
Okay then.
Or Alabama Man could ride it.
Oh god.
Is that like that kind of Florida Man thing? The meme?
Yeah, Alabama Man is basically a man who drinks heavily and goes to the bowling alley, and then when he sees his wife dressed up inappropriately, he hits her.
Okay.
And now F-Zero is selling its body.
Yeah, I love this new
My
F Mega
body is
DLC.
Oh yeah. Surect your car.
I like how on the banner that was going across at the starline it says Mario Kart F-Zero.
Yeah, this is the closest to a new F-Zero we're going to get for a long time.
But F-Mega's clearly a rip-off of F-Zero, even though that was before...
But no, the Super Nintendo one was...
Yeah.
Would have been around then, I think.
Well, 1990 was when Stardust Crusader was out.
I think, like, F-Zero was around that sort of point, so...
This is a 3-section track, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just makes me... You know the announcer in this? Wouldn't it be hilarious if the announcer was the Japanese announcer for F-Mega?
Yeah, so wreck your car. Oh, it's so good.
That should be a new meme.
Like, this track, I prefer this to the Mute City track. It just feels like there's more things to boost you along.
It's huge.
Yeah, and this track, I can't believe this is the first time I'm going to mention 200cc. This track in 200cc is so good. Because we had a little go on 200cc earlier. What do you think of it, Steve?
It's great. I love being able to move so fast.
It doesn't really seem fast to me, but that could be because I don't play Mario Kart at all.
It might be, because I've been playing a bit on 100cc, 150cc even the day before, and so I kind of... First thing I did when I booted up the game after installing the DLC, fuck unlocking anything, fuck the new tracks or whatever, I just went on to 200cc. I think I played Baby Park, and Baby Park on 200cc is like the most fun a human being can have. It's just absolute fucking chaos. And that's it. Blue shell right before the end of the course. Wonderful.
It's like, this is the sort of length you'd have expected with 64 Rainbow Road.
Yeah, I still think N64 Rainbow Road would have been better if it was 2 laps rather than broken into sections. Yeah, we'll take what it is at this point, you know.
Even though we did play 64 Rainbow Road on 200cc earlier, and it was still fun.
Yeah, it's hype as fuck, isn't it? Because of all the different jumps and shit.
I'm more of a fighting game fan, gotta be honest, guys.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I like me some Mario Kart. It's like one of my favourite series
Yeah,
ever.
but you say about Smash being all cool and all that, but it annoys me, really. I don't really like 4 that much because, A, I'll either be facing in the wrong direction, B, when I am attacking, you're just standing still, and C, you or your opponent can jump halfway across the screen with an up B. Innit, Chris? Ain't that annoying?
I find what's it?
Smash.
Like, way too chaotic. I don't know.
Yeah, and it just seems that you can only land and
suppose,
attack by just like mashing the button all the time.
What I do like
Whereas
is
there's a lot more skill in Injustice and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, what I do like though is watching people who are really bloody good at Smash. Watching them play is so
There's
fascinating.
people that's really good at Smash.
Yeah,
I thought everyone just played the same.
No, there's like proper professionals and that, and you see like the melee tournaments and that. Like there was one guy who won with Bowser the other way, like a little while ago, and in a tournament. And Bowser's one of them that, although I love playing as him, is a lot of the people who like get really good. They tend to focus more on like characters like Fox because they're faster in
More
general.
agile,
Yeah, but no, this guy won with Bowser, and it was such an entertaining match to watch. Just I forget who the other guy was playing as. I don't think it was Fox. I think it was someone else. But it just, and I just find
And
watching
say
people
I've
look
never
really good at
used
stuff.
Fox. I don't like Fox how he handles. I
He's
think his attacks are too weak.
I can get that, but he's fast. And
Yeah, but Link's just as fast and he's strong.
Yeah, sort of. I don't really play like properly competitive, so I'm just pulling out my arse here. But yeah.
What I like about Injustice and Mortal Kombat, I keep on saying Mario because it got MK8 and MKX. But what I like about it is you can get a good combo going, and it actually takes skill to do, and it's just cathartic. Performing a fatality at someone at the end is ridiculously enjoyable. And Kenshi's one is the best one, and what is he levitates his opponent up, makes his blade spin, drags them towards the blade, and they just get chopped up in little pieces.
And
like
this was in Mario Kart, right?
It needs to happen.
We need a Mario Kart and Mortal Kombat crossover, just like Scorpion driving up behind Mario
Impels
and
him with
ripping the spine out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like, Mario could just incinerate like the whole competition.
Alright, before we kind of wrap up, let's get back on topic for a bit. Joey, from what you just seen, final thoughts on the Mario Kart DLC?
I like the DLC. I would have to say I like the crossing one better because it has new tracks and it looks more visually impressive. Although with Big Blue, I enjoy that on the second one. But I think if they could have tweaked it up, the Bell Cup could have been better than Crossing Cup. But I enjoy the Crossing Cup more.
That's fair enough, Chris. From what you just said.
Very creative tracks. So yeah, I like the DLC. And yeah, I'll probably say that Train track. Probably the best one, the station one.
Yeah, it is a cool kind of area, isn't it, Stephen?
It just seems more interesting than the first DLC pack. Plus, I just really like the look of Ribbon Road.
It is such a interesting sort of thing, man.
It's like it's an enclosed area, but because it's shrunk down, it feels huge.
Yeah. That's one that I'm really glad they ported over from Super Circuit, because it would be a crime for a course with as cool a theme as that to have got lost to time, wouldn't it? But
plus, it's got the Woolly World Yoshis in the background, and it's got the teddy bear cart.
Yeah, I think just to give my final thoughts, I think the second DLC pack much more interesting than the first one. Not that the first one's bad, there's some good courses in that, but I think this one, Big Blue's a lot of fun to play on. Baby Park I love to pieces, obviously. The Animal Crossing one, although I'm not an Animal Crossing guy, I like the course itself. It's got a good atmosphere to it. The level of detail they put into all the new courses is really impressive.
Yeah, I've got to say, with the first DLC pack, it was a mixed bag for me, because some of the tracks, although I did like the Hyrule Circuit and Dragon's Driftway, but all the others were a bit bland to me. I think they did do the Yoshi Circuit from GameCube, didn't they?
Yeah.
It seems a bit ruined in this.
I don't know, I've never really been that keen on the Yoshi Circuit track, because I think some of the curves are sort of too sharp. I vastly enjoyed
it in GameCube. I just think it's one of those tracks that doesn't deserve to be ported onto other tracks. Yeah. It should just be kept to where it is.
I wouldn't mind it as much in other tracks, especially as it's like an extra DLC one, but ultimately any courses they put in I like to see, because I love Mario Kart so much, you know. But yeah, I think to wrap up, because we've actually gone on 5 minutes after the part, which is probably a new record for us, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the last DLC. It's the only ones they've announced. I hope we get more, because I fucking love Mario Kart 8. It's like one of my favourite games ever.
Well, seeing how Nintendo's going with the Wii U and the 3DS in general, it'd be likely that they may introduce more.
I'd like to see that. We've got E3 coming up. I hope they show off another pack or something.
Plus, it would kind of make sense if they did added a bit more in. Because it would balance out the original content with DLC content. Mario
Kart's one of them games that they can do so much with now. They've got DLC support. So, yeah.
Now we just need Mirror Track 200cc.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have that actually. Yeah.
I just think that we need a Mario Kart and a Mortal Kombat crossover. Come on, it needs to happen, guys. Let's just...
Crossovers that could just be so interesting.
Rip out Mario's spine, swing it around and use it to hit the enemies.
Yeah, let's just have a lasso of someone's spine.
Child-friendly meets 18 plus.
Who is it who develops Mortal Kombat? Or
Ed Boon.
Yeah,
and Tobias Me.
Yeah, because they've got the Injustice license as well, haven't they? So it felt like, say, some DC Universe kart racer thing.
It's like Batman and his Batmobile.
Yeah, you know, by the end of it, every single kart will have Batman in it, just to be faithful to Injustice.
But wouldn't it be good though if you saw Nightwing on his bike in a Mario Kart? That would be awesome.
Thing is, though, if there was spines ripping out and everything, what's Lakitu gonna do? He's not gonna be able to bring anybody back onto the track. He's just gonna go into Mario's.
It could be Raiden. No, it could be Raiden. He can just electrocute him.
Yeah.
Lakitu's just gonna be like,
Lakitu's.
What do I do now? They're dead.
So,
everyone hates Lakitu.
Anyway, I don't know how to wrap up after this. So that was Mario Kart 8, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Also known as Mortal Kombat 8.